above the tie S1 slant razor. Let's check that out. Welcome back to another shaving video, and today I'm going to be talking about the above the tie S1 slant bar razor. Now, this razor is a very high-end razor, and I'm very thankful to be able to try it out. I want to thank Marty Pape for allowing me to do this. So, as I said, this is a slant bar razor made by Above the Tie, and it is a 3-piece slant bar razor, and it is made out of 303 stainless steel. So all stainless steel here, and this retails for $185. So it is a very high-end razor, and so I wanted to take a bit of time to kind of talk about it before I got the shave going. So the first part is the handle, and all of this stuff is kind of interchangeable. If you look on the Above the Tie website, you can go through all their different stuff, but this one here is what's called the Atlas handle. And now this Atlas handle here is 3 inches long and weighs in at 56 grams. And the knurling on it, they call it a barber pole. It's kind of got the swirls around. And in my opinion, it is extremely grippy and just absolutely awesome. So when we take a look at the heads, now all of these are machined just absolutely amazing. They look perfect. It is just unbelievable how precise everything on this razor is. So here is the base plate, and it says on the bottom, Above the Tie 2015 S1, made in the USA. That is very cool. Above the Tie is out of Kingsport, Tennessee. And then of course we have the top cap here. Okay, and then underneath it you can see the little prongs that hold the blade in place. So I'm going to go ahead and load a blade in there, but first I also wanted to show the box it comes in. Right here, it's a very, very nice box with their logo on it. And then when you take it off, it has their business card in there, and also like a very nice hard foam protective cutout for the razor, and the type of quality you would expect for a razor to be this high dollar. So to load a blade in it, I've got my Astra blade here that I'm going to use for the shave. What I do is just take it and put it over this top cap and put it on top of those posts. Now, I have heard some people say that these posts should be a little bit bigger, or that they don't, necessarily hold the blade as much. I have not found that to be an issue at all. I just line it up over those posts, and it goes on absolutely perfect. They say that the blade is symmetrical on both sides when you put it in, and I have found that to be the case. And, when I talk about this thing being really tightly machined, you can just tell the difference when you're screwing on and unscrewing the handle. It's just like butter. It was just made to go together, and it's perfect. No adjusting of the blade. You don't have to feel like you have to crank it on there. It just goes together. It's really an amazing piece of hardware. In total length, it is 3 1/4 inches long. Okay, and the total weight on it is, let's see, I have it as 94 grams. Remember that the handle alone was 56 grams. And so what I do like about this is that the handle is a little bit heavier than the head. If they were even, the balance point would be like right at the top, but it's not. It's like right around here where I find the balance point for it, and that just works magnificent for the shave. So really happy with that. Oh, and the blade gap on there, according to Above the Tie, is 0.61 millimeters, in case you're wanting to get that technical with it. All right, so let's get my face wet and get on with the shave. All right, I'm going to start off using my CAD pre-shave bar. I'm working on about 2.5 days of growth here, and perfect type of growth for a slant razor to work its magic. Now, a lot of people use slant razors because they want to quickly and efficiently remove a lot of hair. Simpson's Chubby Chew for the brush, and How to Grow a Mustache Synergy Cavendish for the soap. I am going to be loading quite a bit of soap here, because what I find is that this chubby brush likes to eat up a ton of soap. So anyways, this right back to the razor, I do have to admit that from the very beginning, just the price tag alone of a $185 razor really made me skeptical. You know, because there are so many just awesome options for you know, for razors in the $50 range, in the sub $50 range, that, you know, one that's you know, triple that cost and even more, it just was going to be very, very hard to impress me. So but as soon as I opened up that box and, whoa, leather clumps falling. As soon as I opened up that box and saw the quality, I started to see, you know, maybe there is something to this, and maybe there really is value in a razor that is that expensive. So I think I've got a ton of soap loaded up there, and my brush is totally full. So, all right, let's get to lathering. Well, I'm going to go ahead and fast forward through this lather just to save us some time on the video. Alright, I've got an ultra thick and luxurious lather, nice and creamy. I know it's going to be slick and protective. So, slant bar razor, when I'm setting my sideburns, you do have to adjust your angle a little bit if you want to get a straight line. That's the case with all slant bar razors. However, once you've done it, you know, even 2 or 3 times, it really is not an issue at all. And your lines just end up totally fine. So, all right, I can get on with this first pass here. Finding the angle with this razor is an absolute breeze. I don't know if it's just the natural shape of the head, or the machining, or the balance of it, that it just wants to sit at the correct angle, but it just does. As you can see, just with little effort at all, just gliding perfectly across my face, doing an awesome job with a pretty thick beard growth. Another thing you might be able to hear, there definitely is some audible feedback. You can hear that razor cutting every single hair. Now, with so much growth on this first pass, you're not going to feel as much of that blade as you may on subsequent passes, just because it's cutting through so much hair. But as you can see, it's very efficiently cutting through this growth. All right, I'm going to finish up this first pass. After one pass with this razor, it is already extremely, extremely smooth. This slant razor is really, really efficient, yet it didn't feel super harsh. As I got onto those neck areas, there's definitely times where I could feel more of that blade, and you know, that has kind of been the case when I've used this razor. I've been using it for every shave for about a week straight, and it just seems that, you know, while it's not a terribly aggressive razor, it's very efficient, but you still do feel quite a bit of that blade. And I know that because I've used it before, when I get into these second and third passes is when I'm really going to feel it. Now, because of the efficiency, if I was in a hurry, like running late for work, and I had to get a shave in that day, you absolutely could do one pass with this and get away with it for the day. Now, it wouldn't be a baby smooth shave, and it wouldn't be, probably as close as you desire, but you'd look presentable, and it would suffice. All right. Second pass, I am feeling a lot more of that blade, but again, it's not feeling aggressive. The way my skin is, if the razor was truly aggressive, I just wouldn't even be able to use it. Once again, finding that angle, an absolute breeze, and you can just hear it sing as it cuts these hairs. See if you can hear it here. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and continue on this second pass. Two passes down with the above the tie S1 slant, and extremely, extremely smooth. And I would say in most cases, this shave could just be finished right now. It is a razor with that type of efficiency. And I would say though that if I was going to be using this razor every day as a daily driver, I would probably only be able to do 2 passes with it, simply because there is a lot of blade feel on the face, and even though it's not a super aggressive razor, the more and more passes you do and going against the grain, if you're real sensitive, then it might be too much for you. And what in my evaluation for me, I do think that this is too much for me as a daily shaver. However, as I'm shaving like right now with more than 1 day of growth, I certainly can do 3 passes with it. I shave every day, and I enjoy doing so, and so it kind of just takes a razor like this out of commission, and really any slant for that matter, just because of the nature of the way a slant razor is. All right, I'm gonna continue on with this third pass. After 3 passes of shaving, this shave could not be any closer. My skin is perfectly smooth in every single direction. I don't feel like I got any irritation at all. It's wonderful. I actually did get the one little weeper right there, and don't know how that happened, but besides that, it is just absolutely perfect. This razor in every way just performs amazing. The machining on it is just super tight. Like I said, it just feels like an ultra quality piece. There probably are others out there that match it in quality, but of stuff that I've ever had, there's nobody even in the same ballpark. Now, then it gets to the big question, is it worth the money? $185. Well, I'm going to say that has to depend on you. If you're somebody who's got a lot of money to spend on this stuff, then sure, why not? You know, I mean, it's kind of like a luxury car. You know, if you can afford the Mercedes or the Corvette, then go ahead and get it. But if you can't, you can still get the Kia or the Hyundai or the Honda, and they're going to do the job just fine. You know, I have a lot of other razors, vintage and modern, that do an exceptional job, just like this does an exceptional job. Now, I can say that, you know, for me, being a teacher and not making a lot of money, having a family and kids, I couldn't justify spending $185 on this. Now, if I wanted to sell all of my other razors and buy this and use, I'd probably get the straight bar version of it and just use that every day. Would it be worth it? Absolutely. I do enjoy, though, having a little bit of variety, so I couldn't have all of my money tied up into one razor. But if you are in the market for you know, something really high end, it's definitely worth looking at above the tie. And this Slant razor just is so good. I'm extremely lucky to try this. Thanks again, Marty Pape. If you have any questions or comments about this razor, go ahead and leave them below. And once again, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time with another video. Bye.